Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad it's the start of the week, Monday. Time to get back into it. I had two trades today, both green. The first one was there we go. TNDM. I kind of bought it right out the gate, which I don't particularly like doing. But where is it at? Here it is. So, and also, someone in my comments told me about adding the triangles here so you guys can get a better idea of where I bought and sold. So hopefully this shows you guys better. The green arrow is kind of hard to see. It's right here, and then the red arrow is right here. So this one, when I bought, I was looking for a few cents above the $1 break because, like, especially with penny stocks, I've noticed the first dollar, like going from a 90 cent, 80 whatever cent, breaking the $1 compared to like breaking $2, $3, $4, whatever. Like the $1 is really hard. So in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have played this because there's always a lot of fear that it might not continue the break. But I was like, fuck it, because this had a good press release on it. I forget what it was, but it was gapping up pretty good. So I just put mine at 103 because I wanted a few cents above the break. And then this candle came up to about 107, which I was thinking about selling, but I wanted just a little bit more. But I couldn't get it because the next candle kind of broke down and started coming back. Now it this candle, this one here, came as low as $1. So I was basically saying or thinking to myself, if it breaks like 99 cents, that's when I was going to sell because at that point it's probably going to break down. So it didn't yet. It did come back up. When I tried to mark it out, my order at the 110, 109 height, it didn't quite go. It went at the 106, which is fine. As long as it's is green is positive, that's what I'm trying to really focus on right now is increasing my win percentage. But I basically made 15 on that. So with commissions, it was just $5. So I made at least a positive green trade there. And like I said, that's really what I'm focusing on because in the past, I'm not making enough consistent positive trades. Even if I break even or um, make a little money, I want to get as many green days as possible because I need to like build up my confidence more for sure. Because a lot of these trades, um, after I buy in, then the worry sets in and I don't stay consistent. And a good example is AVEO here. So when I got into this, so at what the fuck 10:23, right? So I was basically watching this one fall. Now the RSL on this one's like super high. It was like above 80 or something like that when the day started, and you can see on this daily chart, like it's just since kind of like later June, it's just been continually going up on a spike. So at some point, this is going to break. This is a really good run up for a stock. If you held it from back here, and you had this run all the way up, if it was like a swing trade or a long trade, you could have made some good money. But at some point, it's going to crack. It can't sustain that high momentum. So when it first started showing signs of that, we got the 930. As you see, the previous day kind of been coming down, and then the 930 break started coming down, and then it tapped this line where I put this yellow line, about 386. So I was like, all right. So I put my trigger price at 380, or actually no, it's 385. Let me double check. Yeah, 385. So I put my trigger price at 383, and for it to break down. Now it was basically sitting. If I can move this thing, there we go. So basically like that, where the yellow line is right now, that's where my buying was going to be, or my trigger price is going to be. But as you can see, it came back up and then came down, 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 and I put this this descending line here, so it's kind of making like a descending triangle a little bit, where it was making lower high, lower high, lower high, and then it kind of went up horizontally for a bit, and then it broke down and it hit my trigger price here, and it bought in at 381. Now you can see the previous close here. I wasn't taking this into account as a resistance line, which it did hold up. As you can see, it started coming back, but I just held on to it because I'm like, it's going to break more. And then you can see these little candles here. It was just going horizontal, and then it broke, and then it just like this candle here, it snapped back right away. So as it broke, it snapped up, and I was like, oh crap, maybe this isn't going to work out. So I foolishly sold, and I only made like 10 bucks, so I really just broke even. But as you can see, this thing went from basically where I bought it at 381 all the way down to 336. So that could have been a huge gain right there. But I chickened out on it way too quick. And and I'm now like I'm not gonna buy any stock really more than once. If I missed a play, then I missed a play. I'm gonna move on because I've done that on previous stocks and I've kind of screwed myself. So the whole time I was watching this, kind of punishing myself, just like seeing where it would go. And like I wanted to buy, but I'm like, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And I'm happy I didn't, but it does suck to see this big ass run down that I could have profited from. And then right when I saw this candle started come up, I'm like, I bet I should buy it, but I didn't. But in my head, I'm like, I bet I should buy it because like it's gonna make a reversal. And then it bottomed here, so this one bottomed at 337, and then it came to this top of like 364. So that could have been an easily dip buy right there. But like I said, after I buy it once, I'm gonna try to stay away. But so that's kind of where my day is at. So at least all my trades are green. I'm not down any money. Not up much, but I'm trying to do better with my consistency and make better trades. So that's basically where I'm at today. Um, I'm pretty sure AVEO is going to be tanking probably the next few days because, like I said, this run up has just been so big and it's been going up, and the RSI is kind of high on it. So I think maybe the next few days in this week this might continue going down. So I might maybe try to play it again in the next few days or something like that. We'll see where it's at. But that's all I really got for today. So far, starting off the week, not too bad. I just gotta stay green. I gotta stay consistent with positive trades, but I also gotta I continue to identify breakouts pretty well. Still, what I need to work on is my get out price. And and a lot of it, I think, mentally is I don't do a good enough job setting a loss where like if the trade is losing, I need to pick a specific spot, and as well as if the trade is going my way and it looks like it's going to continue to run, like volume's really spiking, like these bars are here. If I can let it go a little bit further, that's where I have a really hard time. And that's all part of the learning for me. I'll have to continually do this. I'm gonna have to continually um, not say make mistakes on purpose, but like when I do make mistakes, I need to analyze, the chart, how it played out, what I did wrong, what I should have done right, so on and so forth. So that's kind of what I do, or that's kind of what I'm doing with this. And like I said, I had this trade pegged perfectly. Like I knew it was going to break. It's just I didn't. I wasn't, and I was like I said, I was watching it for like a little bit, like all these candles in here, like from 9:54 on. I was watching it, watching it, and then all the way till 10:23. Watching this for pretty much like a half hour. It finally broke, but then it didn't quite go my way. But I still felt confident it was going to break, and sure enough, it did. It's just I didn't, because it immediately started to give back some of the, or some it immediately gave back what little I made. It kind of like right here. I just thought to myself, I'm like, man, maybe this isn't going to work. So I chickened out, and then like I said, just I missed all of this. I missed all of this in here. So that would have been a really good short. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not trying to dwell on it. I'm not trying to, dive back in and force myself to trade. At the end of the day, like, starting with the small account's really hard, because gaining momentum is fucking difficult. Like, if I had a bigger account, I could have easily just let this run and not really tripped if it went back up, because I wouldn't be concerned of losing my margin and having a better win percentage, because I could actually afford the loss. Or a lot when you're starting out, more and more I'm noticing on a day-to-day basis is, starting out's really difficult, and getting your account built up is really difficult. So you have to be more cautious, like with trading and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. Like I said, I'm more focused now on getting greed trades. Even if I only make a little bit of money, or if I just break even, as long as I can stay consistently green, that's going to help me build up my confidence, and hopefully, that's what's going to help me, build up my account more. But I got to keep my margin size up so I could take in bigger sizes. Because I've been doing just 500 um, quantities, because you pay $4.95 per trade. But any trade over that 495 shares, it's 1 cent per trade. So I don't want to go too high above 500 shares unless I'm like really, really confident I'm going to make a lot of money. And right now I'm not, so that's why I'm just keeping it at 500 shares. But that's how I'm able to, at the very least, clear commissions and make some money. It's just I need to let these play out a little more. I need to get more confidence in my when I hold on to a stock and where it's going. So, anyways, that's kind of where I'm at today. So I just wanted to make that video. So I'm looking forward to this week, man. I'm hoping it's going to be better. So August hasn't been that great so far, but the last week I had some trades. Didn't play out how I wanted on all of them, unfortunately. But this week, I'm going to try to make that up. So I'll keep on posting, and hopefully you all can keep benefiting. So talk to y'all next one.